Blind River Sisters.
My name's Wendy. I'm in charge of operations, production and all of our exports and domestic orders, labellings and things like that.
My name's Debbie and I'm in charge of sales and marketing and I also oversee the winemaking function.
I'm Susie and I look after the financial side of the business.
Generally, people say family businesses can be stressful and hard to work, but in this case it's created an incredible success story that revolves around having an eye for detail and a passion for their land.
Everyone should have a bar in their shed.
Everyone should have a bar in their shed.
I'm just amazed that I'm in a room with the three of you because, you know, Wendy, you live in Blenheim, right? You help Baz out in the vineyard. You're an integral part of Blind River. But Debbie, you're off in the high-flying marketing world of Auckland, and Susie, you're in Wellington. How on earth do you manage to run this company from different ends of the country?
Well, thank God for internet and emails and, you know, technology nowadays, because at least, you know, although we're in separate parts of the country, we can all stay in contact and, you know, keep the ball rolling. We divide the workload up and we each have our separate areas of responsibility, but we do overlap where we need to. And that's the nice thing, is that we actually can make the business work around our family commitments or how we want our families to run.
You are sisters and you seem really, really close. Your tastes in wine, are they quite similar? Do you kind of enjoy the same wines or do you have very different tastes?
If we're talking about the varietal of wine, I would have to say Sauvignon Blanc.
And how about you, Debbie?
At the moment, I'm going through a bit of a Chardonnay phase. Really loving some really nice New Zealand Chardonnay.
Okay, and obviously, Wendy, you know you're pregnant at the moment, so you're not doing a great deal of drinking.
Unfortunately not.
But between babies.
I'd have to say Sauvignon Blanc as well.
Okay.
Yeah, probably in particular Blind River, Sauvignon Blanc. Not just being biased, but it has got a point of difference. It's got 10% oak barrel fermentation, an old oak barrel, so it's sort of a little bit
of extra complexity there. You know what I really love about the aromas in this wine? There's lovely sort of crushed herbs, kind of like a nettly aroma.
Yeah. It's got that nice kind of elderflower. People who tend not to like Sauvignon Blanc because it might be too acidic or astringent for them, try this and say, oh, actually, I really do like this one. It's kind of more Chardonnay-like because of that barrel fermentation. It kind of softens it and gives it a bit more richness on the palate.
You're right, it's rich and it's juicy, but it's backed up by really robust, sweet, again, succulent fruit. And there's citrus in there and there's herbs and there's that kind of stony note.
Yeah, it's all really a credit to Mum and Dad, and year on year they produce this great fruit, and it's really, the winemaking process is really just about not screwing that up, really, you know, just making sure that you capture everything from the vineyard in the glass. And
well, I think they've done a spectacular job. Here's to you, Mum and Dad.
Here's to Bazza and Di.
Cheers.
The sisters also have a more classic Sauvignon Blanc with all that Marlborough zing that you'd expect, and it's simply called The Sisters.
My baby is an indie rock girl.
Behind every hugely successful band of sisters is a strong, silent man, and in this case that would be Barry, or Baz, the girl's dad, who looks after the vines with the help of his loyal friend Bolly the Labrador, and he's giving me a tour around the vines.
It's quite nice being able to see those four poplar trees up there, just kind of keeping watch over the vineyard.
We're going to put a barbecue area up there.
Are you?
Yeah.
Fabulous. How does one go from working in the merchant navy and I guess, you know, sailing vessels all around the world to ending up growing grapes and making wine in the Awatere Valley?
Yeah, we had a small investment in Australia, so that was in a vineyard, so they seemed to be under stress, which didn't seem too stressful, so we tried it ourselves.
So if I didn't know that you'd been in the merchant navy, there might have been a bit of a clue by the fact that you've got a honking great tattoo on your bicep.
He's done things that represent the children, my wife, and Blind River. These are my daughters, here, three of them. And he said something was done next to my heart, so it represents my wife.
Love it. Yeah. It's a really good-looking tattoo. Did it hurt? She can tell me. You don't have to tell them.
Did at the time, yeah. I think
Did you cry?
No, not long.
You're very brave. Hey, cheers. This is a good cuppa.
Bloody oath.
Well done. This vineyard. It's gorgeous. You're very lucky.
Yeah.
Can I come and stay?
Yeah, anytime.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Baz's favourite drink next to a good cuppa is the gorgeous Blind River Pinot Noir, which he doesn't get to enjoy much of because the entire stock usually sells out within a month of release each year.
The first Blind River Pinot I tried was the 2007, a couple of years back, and I was just blown away. It was hardly surprising to find out that it won the trophy for Best Pinot at the Boutique Wine Awards in Australia, 2010, wasn't it?
It was 2010, yeah. The big surprise was it was actually the first year that New Zealanders were allowed to enter the Boutique Wine Awards.
Is that right?
And we walked away with the best Sauvignon Blanc, the best Pinot Noir, and also Wine of Show.
I bet they're kicking themselves that they let you in. What is it about the Blind River style that you think appeals to people, lovers of Pinot Noir?
I think it's quite a feminine style. It still has a lot of power, but quite different than say Central Pinot. It's all hand-picked and cared for by hand, so we really put all the work in the vineyard to make sure the fruit comes out great. And it has that lovely kind of loganberry, black cherries.
It's sort of hedgerow fruit kind of characters too.
And also that kind of minerality which we get in our Sauvignon Blanc as well, that comes through from our vineyard.
I'm not surprised why it's so popular. It's just it is so concentrated, and it's kind of got that lovely lush, what I refer to as forest floor, like a, fallen tree stump, with moss growing all over it, and the rain coming down, and that really amazing aroma. With kind of a black tea, sweet black tea note in there as well. Cheers.
Now it's all hands on deck, making the perfect meal to go with that lip-smacking Blind River Sauvignon Blanc. And the star is something Baz has called himself.
Look how much flesh is in there. Yum.
So nice and sweet, that,
It's just magic with that Sauvignon. It's amazing. What are you talking about? Not bad. What do you love about this wine? It's just nice. It's just nice.
Fresh and lovely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I've got an empty glass. That's okay. Good work. Good work, all of you. Thank you. Nice big white shell.
Back in the late 1800s, the town of Seddon was built on the one piece of flat land near the only place considered safe enough to cross the mighty Awatri River. But not safe enough for many. Seddon was eventually moved up the road, leaving land perfect for grapevines to thrive, and the Crossings was born. Now there are 143 hectares of Sauvignon, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir planted across 3 distinctive vineyards. And viticulturalist John van der Linden has brought me to one farthest from the sea.
We're here at the Midway. Do you want to tell us a little bit about why on earth you've got grapes here?
One of the secrets of the site is the fact that it is 30 kilometres in from the coast, so we get quite a big diurnal fluctuation in temperature.
So how big? What kind of temperatures does it get to up here?
Daytime temperatures are 37 and the nighttime temperatures down to 4 degrees.
In one day?
In one day,
wow.
Same day. We go through from quite deep alluvial stone soils close to the river through to glacial outwash soils. So again, that gives us lots of options, different flavours, different vine vigour control, and gives us the ability to manipulate the vines to suit the flavours that Matt's after in the winery.
Ever any issues with flooding?
Oh, no, the river does come up, and I must admit, in the early days we had the water system that we had close to the river. It got washed away. One of the things we have done after the flood was put in a more permanent system, and that enables us to water when we need to water. So that's one of the upsides of the downside, I suppose.
There's also the long, skinny Willow Flat vineyard and the much milder Brackenfield vineyard, in which the winery actually stands. Now, running 3 vineyards in totally different locations requires a bit of ingenious thinking.
I've heard that you're often seen walking through the vines with your laptop. And I must say, you're looking very tidy and corporate for a vineyard.
Viticulture's got a lot more technical from the days when I did most things from the seat of a Massey Ferguson 135 tractor. So we do a lot of the work is done via cell phone, laptop. We have a lot of things like soil moisture monitoring, which is done via the internet. Our vineyards are so spread out that we can actually log on and look at what the temperatures are doing, so that we can give ourselves an extra 5 minutes for a cup of tea before we race out there.
The The winemaker here is Matt, who came here from Hawke's Bay 5 years ago, rising to the challenge and potential that the Awatry offers.
This is all so different to the last time I was here.
Yeah, we've been hard at work and had a few changes as well.
I'm tagging along as Matt tastes the lees he's collecting for the latest Pinot Noir vintage.
So we've known each other for a few years, and we met back in Hawke's Bay, and you've been here for a couple of years, and how are you enjoying it? What do you love about making wine here in the Awatry Valley?
To come to Marlborough to make Sauvignon and then to be based in the Awatry was a real plus. We generally believe this is where the action is. The thing that's always fascinated me the most, I guess I came into this business because of the process, not the product. For me, it's alchemy. If you take any kind of grape juice and you see it in a glass and you smell and you taste it, it has a limited range of appeal in terms of its flavour and aroma characteristics. The minute you put yeast in it, all of that just transforms 100-fold. And those, the working the yeast into the wine and seeing those early stages where you get these powerful estery, lifted, floral, fruity characters, that's the magic, that's the alchemy. We see from our topmost vineyards a greater emphasis on sort of more neutral, mineral-y characters.
I'd quite just like to try some of that nice, juicy, succulent Sauvignon right now, if that's
Time
okay.
for a save, yeah?
Yay! Superb, Matt. This looks like a stunning Sauvignon. I can smell it from here. So I read that you'd won this huge award for this wine. The What Food, What Wine, it's like a new award in the UK. And this one came out as the top match for fish and chips for over £10. Is that right?
That's it, and a healthy 5-star rating.
It's unmistakable. It's so beautiful. It's floral. It's got passion fruit and lime and lemon. There's this really nice kind of floral note to them, John? You get that kind of lifted sort of elderflower note, which you don't get from Sauvignon and other parts of Marlborough.
And I think that's just an expression of the sites. The wine that Matt's crafted is really an expression of those three sites, so it's fantastic.
Quintessential Friday night, yeah?
Absolutely. Fish and Chip Friday. Yay. Cheers.
I'll drink this.
Sometimes when you drink a glass of wine, that first sip after the bottle's been opened doesn't really smell like anything, doesn't taste like anything, but by the time you get to the second half of the glass, so much better. Well, that's because it's had oxygen. Oxygen does fantastic things for wine, but you might as well make sure that you get the best from your wine right from the get-go. So, decant, decant, and decant again. It's the best thing. And you'll see, as I pour it, the surface area of the wine is covered in oxygen. See how it just kind of moves down the inside of the decanter, and that's giving it a really good breath of oxygen. But if you don't have a decanter, don't fret. All you need is a vessel of some description. What I've got here is a big glass jug. You could use a microwave jug, an old glass milk bottle, anything. All you do, glug, 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 glug. Tip it in there. All right, it does get a bit messy, so I would grab a cloth, grab your bottle, and tip it back in. And this, again, is just giving it a fantastic drink of oxygen. And if you have time, I suggest doing it twice. Now, let's pour it and see if it's made a difference. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell it from here. It's just filling the room with this fantastic plummy kind of aroma. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. So easy. Goodbye, thin and weedy. Hello, plump and juicy. Magic. Back in the Awatry, on the hillsides rolling down to the sea, we find New Zealand's largest privately owned vineyard and a $45 million winery featuring the most advanced green technology this country has ever seen. Capable of processing 11,000 tonnes of fruit from its 1,000-hectare vineyard, it's a big deal. Yealands Estate is the result of the pioneering spirit, vision and tenacity of one of New Zealand's entrepreneurial enigmas, Mr. Peter Yealands, who I'm told is far more comfortable on his bulldozer than at the boardroom table.
Now, you've been a builder, deer farmer, digger driver, partly responsible for setting up mussel farming in New Zealand. What on earth possessed you to dive into the wine industry?
I'm a jack of all trades and master of none, and I've done a hell of a lot more than that, but some that I can tell you about, some that I can't. So I bought a property in Grovetown, just on the outskirts of Blenheim, and it looked like it needed a bit of TLC, and I had a bit of gear and I wanted to have a play. I developed my first vineyard there, and essentially got hooked on the viticulture side of it, and I liked the opportunity to mould the land, if you like, and that's where I started from.
So up here in the Awatri Valley,
what attracted me to this was the Tiwa, the rolling hills. I've seen pictures of vineyards overseas, and far better than a bit of flat, bland land. I bought 8 adjoining pieces of land here, comprising 1,150 hectares. I also bought another property at Flaxbourne, which is by the saltworks. Look, I'd love to show you around, if you're game.
Always game.
This is my old dunger here, this red beast.
Love it, oh my God.
I'll take you for a drive.
Peter's an avid collector of vehicles, most of which run on biodiesel, and his Japanese fire engine is one of his prized possessions. As a farmer back in the early 90s, Peter had an epiphany and set out to make every venture since consistent with the ideals of sustainability, meaning that Yealands has led the way for sustainable viticulture in New Zealand.
Nice peaceful way of getting around the vineyard.
Yeah, what a beautiful day in paradise, eh?
And the winery development itself has been carbon zero since it opened, which is totally unique in New Zealand, because most wineries sort of build up to carbon zero certification. I'm really curious, what are the kind of sort of green technologies or green initiatives that you're using or that you're doing at Yealands?
Well, look, you tell me one that we're not doing, because I'd love to know it.
Wind helps power the winery, and the water heating is provided by burning bales of vine prunings and by solar panels on the roof. There's the biodiesel vehicle fleet, native falcons keep the bird population down, and then there's these little guys.
50% of our carbon footprint is derived from burning diesel.
Yep.
And most of that diesel usage is in the vineyard, the likes of mowing. And we do it about 10 times a year. So There's an enormous cost. To that end, I've imported baby doll sheep. The baby dolls are 18 inches high at the shoulder. That's a purebred. I reckon that we can run 10,000 on this property. 10 to the hectare.
Goodness.
Quite comfortably.
And so the land will get nicely mown, and it will all look nicely manicured.
Yes.
With only the impact of little hoof prints.
And I can get rid of about 7 tractors.
Peter has also created 20 unique wetlands of varying sizes all around the property, which are developing into wildlife havens, as well as meeting another sustainable goal.
Because if it gets dry, we've got about 40 days of irrigation from our dams or wetlands. So
water is really important, especially when, there might be a fire.
Yep.
And, you're going to need
I've got me little fire engine, of course. Yeah.
Why do you like the fire engine so much?
Because it's red.
So I've got to ask you, if that's the case, what's your favourite wine?
Tempranillo.
Tempranillo. Mm-hmm. Should we try some?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because why on earth you're growing Tempranillo here? It's crazy. This is Marlborough. It's
I've been told by many people that I'm crazy, so it fits the bill.
Oh, it's in the truck.
Yeah. Don't always do this,
Normally with Tempranillo, you associate it with the kind of really dry and dusty plains of Spain. Hardly the wetlands in Marlborough.
This was the first Tempranillo ever planted in the South Island.
Is that right? I love the colour.
Yeah, it's a deep rich, and we managed to get this up nearly to 28 bricks prior to harvest.
Wow, that's ripe. Hold on, I've got to taste it first.
Terrific aftertaste, and it tastes like Mum's bottled cherries to me. Preserved cherries.
Cherry, berry, and yet there's fresh acid. It's cleansing.
It's another red that's not generally out there. So for wine enthusiasts who want to try it, and let us convince them that we can do it better than Spain.
Oh well, here's to Tempranillo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers.
Cherry.
At the helm of this multi-million-dollar operation is one of New Zealand's youngest senior winemakers, the high-achieving, international jet-setting Tamara Washington, who returned to her old home after years of winemaking in Sicily and Australia.
Now, Tamara, this is a wine that I haven't actually seen Yealands do before. Tell me about it. What is it?
It's a Gruner Veltliner.
Gruner Veltliner, but that's Austrian?
Exactly, I know, and now we have some in Marlborough and the Awatere Valley actually.
I really like the stone fruit characters in this wine, and I really like the fact that it's crisp, and you can definitely, it's kind of crunchy and fresh, but it's not overly acidic.
But this year it's 100% stainless steel fermented and aged on lees. Just had this lovely natural weight to it, so we didn't really need to do anything at all.
Because you spent a lot of time after you graduated in Italy and Europe, is that right?
I did, exactly. So actually dealing with a lot of warmer climate fruit and varieties, so totally different here, yeah. We just have this beautiful natural acidity and also the purity of flavours, especially here in Seaview, it's just amazing.
The thing that just floors me is how the land just kind of undulates and it just kind of rolls across the horizon.
It's like someone has a big carpet and they've just sort of gone like that. That's what I think of.
It is, it's a lot like that.
It's very soft, undulating land.
How does it work for you as a winemaker?
It gives such a wide, diverse range of flavours because each undulating area, you can see different aspect towards the sun, which for Sauvignon can give us a real wide range of flavours.
So what do you love about Sauvignon to drink?
There's no other variety that has such purity of flavours and the acidity, beautiful, fresh, mineral acidity. Because I love white wine, I love acidity, so it's something that comes naturally, and just that, the natural flavours, natural acidity coming from the vineyard, that's something to behold, and I love it. Each year we get it, great vintage, not so great vintage, you're still having these beautiful flavours and natural acidity.
I love the fact that it's a great food wine.
So with that in mind, Tamara sets about making some fresh fettuccine, Peter grills mussels on the barbecue, and I whip up some cloudy bay clams in a creamy sauce.
No more packet pasta for me. Just start spooning a little bit of this sauce into the opening of the mussels, and I'm going to put some of your gorgeous Yealands Estate Sauvignon Blanc in here.
Oh, that'll be a good match.
Big slug, and in go our gorgeous diamond shell clams.
Nice smell.
Good smells, very good smells. Right. Some clams, Peter.
Well, they look nice, don't they?
They look so good.
Hand behind my back.
Bon appetito.
It's so perfect with the Sauvignon, Tam. That wonderful, the citrusy,
really well,
limey character of the Sauvignon just cuts through the creamy richness of the sauce and the
mineral, and it's almost got a saltiness, the Sauvignon at the finish,
that
which
mineral
works
note,
really well with this sort of seafood.
Yeah, I agree. It's just magic. Spoon out, ready, and cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, done.
See you later, mate.